I am Geoffrey in a Kingdom of Serbia campaign from the Stainless Steel Historical Improvement Project in mod for Medieval 2 Total War Kingdoms. So we're in game turn 58 in the year 1160 AD. In the winter, the Zengids have gone to war with the Kingdom of Jerusalem, and the Republic of Pisa had signed a treaty with the Papal States, who have recruited some agents. And we have two new buildings, one very godly and another one not so godly, built in our provinces. Arsenio of Golubac is now our patriarch, and as a result, Veliki Zupan has gained in piety. He's strictly religious. Now we're in place 25 overall. That's probably the last faction in the league. Here's Veliki Zupan in Bosna. He is building stuff, and here's our kingdom, the Kingdom of Serbia. You notice we have just taken Zara in the last episode. We have attacked Hungary. We are at war with Hungary now, and there is a Hungarian army overlooking Zara. So Zupan Desa, our heir, has gone in that direction to investigate. It's just a general bodyguard with some crossbowmen, and so he takes some spearmen and heads his way. So here is our faction heir, Zupan Desa. He has spotted the enemy crossbowmen cut out, separated from the general's bodyguard. And so he has attacked them. The enemy general has noticed that.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
So he charges the side of our general.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
As the crossbowmen make a quick exit. Here's our general's bodyguard, the Serbian bodyguard. They have skins from Rusici, at least the skins of the soldiers, not of the horses, are from Rusici Total War. And they are Druzinas. So they are Druzinas, they're Russian Druzina. Some of them look Cuman. And someone has remarked already they look a little bit Cuman. That is true. So here is a fight between the two generals, Zupan Desa and the enemy general. Here's the Hungarian general. He's already bloodied. He's bleeding from his helmet. And here's those glorious Rusici units on the horses. Another reason these footmen look a little bit like children, I think, is they have big heads if you compare with some of the other units.
By the grace of God, our men have slain the enemy general. Without him,
okay, and so everyone ganked upon the enemy general, General Elek, and he has been slain. His bodyguard has been routed next to this ruined Roman temple, and our bodyguard is chasing the enemy general's bodyguard, who is retreating. We want to see them off the field. The Hungarian crossbowmen had rallied themselves in the meantime. The few that have survived.
The enemy army runs. We must pursue and hunt them down.
But Zupan Desa charged them a second time and obliterated that unit. Just a couple of men have survived, and they're now being taken prisoner. So the AIs of the tactics of the AI were not the best here, to be honest. And we're using the Germanicus G5 AI in this
All
mod.
civilized peoples will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
That's the real bad AI, which is supposed to be a micro type enhancement AI for the supporting the AI against the human player. Hasn't worked so well. We lost 35 men. we killed the entire enemy army. And so Zupandesa has scored a great victory. We took 6 men prisoner, we released them.
Victory for our people, for our king!
Victory for our people and for our king, Zupan. So we've got good relations with the Republic of Pisa and the Papal States. We have not blockaded Saragossa in Spain. And another end of a dynasty. The Fatimid ruler has died without an heir. We have retrained the units of Spear militia that had taken part in that battle. Queues have been installed. We're in game turn 59. In the year 1161, in the spring of 1161, the King of Jerusalem has died. We have the 2 princesses looking for a marriage alliance. Here's our patriarch, Arsenia of Golubac, and he's spreading the gospel in Zagreb, near Zagreb, in the countryside outside Zagreb. It is our next target. Here are the function rankings. We have a fairly steady increase, but we're very near the bottom of the league. Here we are with the top 5 factions. We are way behind the top 5 factions. That's good, I guess. Although nothing is happening, that's not so good. It looks like the Hungarians are very close to us in terms of strength. We are actually now stronger than the Hungarians. We are way behind the Byzantine Empire. That seems to be one of the strongest factions at the moment. They are our allies, so we're doing well. Here's our financial overview. We're making 13,000 grand, 13 grand per turn. Here's a warring Hungarian army. So the 2 armies facing us now. This one army has invaded Serbia. They've crossed our border. You see them here on the right. And they have a general with them and a mix of other units who would appear. We don't have a spy to take a closer look. Our spy died during his last mission. We have a new spy now and is on his way. He hasn't reached the areas of interest. So here is the garrison of Zagreb. And it looks like they only have spearmen. That is also not very good for the AI. A very unidimensional army. If you notice in the lower corner on the left, there is a watchtower. It's an interesting type of watchtower. It's a modded watchtower. It looks like a proper stone watchtower. Very medieval, very nice. Some factions can build it, the northern factions. I think we cannot build such nice watchtowers. Here is our capital. We've been visited by a foreign diplomat from the Seljuks. And it looks like Moria or something very mountainous, this country around here. Oh, we have a foreign agent, a Byzantine agent. He's just acquisition the business of our merchant there. And we have Hungarian princess hanging about in the Byzantine Empire. It looks like she's not very well received. She walked away in anger for a moment. That sounds good. Oh, and the Hungarians have attacked Bosna. So that general without army that had trespassed our border has attacked Bosna. That's a very good move from the AI. Nice to see the AI has got some life into it. So that's good. They are besieging Bosna, we're besieging Zagreb. The other side of the fence is always greener. So, unfortunately, Aragon has gone to war with France. We have to choose one of them. Usually, I choose to go to the side of the defender, so I'll probably go with France now. So, Aragon is upset with us. And we have poor relations now with Poland, who are an ally of Hungary. So Aragon has gone to war with France, and the Holy Roman Empire is now allied with Norway, to Norway. We have some new interesting buildings, some godly, some not so godly as before. Queues have been installed. We're in position 26, we slipped one place down to the very bottom of the league. Bosnia is besieged. A foreign Byzantine merchant has acquisitioned the business of our merchant. He was making something or other. It's gone. And Bosnia is besieged by the Kingdom of Hungary. Here is again our army outside Zagreb. It is one of the victory conditions. We must take Zagreb, whether we like it or not. So off we go. Here's the garrison of Zagreb. Very unidimensional army. Nearly everyone is a spearman, save for 7 crossbowmen. That's an issue, I would say, with an AI to have such unidimensional armies. So we have a more varied army.
With strength and honor, men, we shall find victory!
Units, await my order.
We are slightly stronger. Not stronger by much. Oh, this is a wonderful view and such an unusual settlement. I have the feeling these settlements are from the Teutonic expansion, which I've never really played a campaign with. So, very unusual settlements. So they don't have any approach areas. You cannot attack the walls. You can only approach the gate. So these are better than fighting in a castle or something like this. There's only one way in, through the gate. I would never upgrade this kind of settlement. This is ideal. It has a single choke point. Have a look at it. It's quite amazing. This is better than a citadel. This is better than anything. And so you see there's that village at the top with that plaza, the square. We had a battle in a similar settlement before, but it was unwalled. Now there is a wall around it. Very interesting. And you can imagine that you can put some units down at the very bottom, wherever the enemy is attacking. You can make some kind of V-shape or U-shape. This is a nice view here of the Hungarian army, all in red. And you can put archers on the top, on the plaza, and shoot down at everyone below. Of course, the AI doesn't know what to do. But you, as a human player, you could do this. This would be a tremendous defense. Very strange. You cannot attack the walls. It's quite amazing. So anyway, our crossbowmen are here.
The battering ram is in place. Soon the enemy's defenses will fall.
Our enemy has deployed out in the open, and from up here on this hillside we have a vantage point, so our crossbowmen have a very nice view of the enemy army deployed out in the open. And they are destroying that army at the moment. So they try to come as closer to the walls to get some protection. Here's the main gate. We're shooting at the units inside with arrows.
Men have done well. The gates have fallen.
And the Hungarian spearmen sally out as soon as we break through the gate. So this is going to be a very long, drawn out battle, I'm afraid. It looks like it. So this is Zagreb. That's a very interesting view of Zagreb. That's not how I had imagined it. I guess every city once upon a time was a village with a fence. Well, I'm not sure that Zagreb was really that small at this time in history. This looks like some kind of Neolithic village. So the Hungarian army has sallied out, these militia, these levies. Most of them seem, nearly all of them, have no body armor. But they have a shield, they don't have helmets, so they're all militia types. Very basic ones, not upgraded. Our men, some of them have mail. So here this unit has mail. It is also a levy unit, some kind of levy peasant spear militia. But these ones have been upgraded, and so they wear mail. And we brought another unit of militia on the other side, so now they are flanking this Hungarian unit. Well, the Hungarians have brought out some armored spearmen as well, so they also have some upgraded units. And it looks like they were routed there. There was a mass rout, so we can rush in after them through the opened gate, or the broken down gate. Oh no! More units are coming out. That's very sneaky. The Hungarians have an interesting color combination. In vanilla they have an orange color, but here they have this red color. It looks different. Okay, we've routed this unit as well. The flaming arrows did the trick. They routed that enemy unit. I expect these militia types have very low morale. So we have overrun them. There are some more militia resisting.
Our soldiers have proved their worth today. The enemy's walls belong to us now.
They have also been overrun. They have been routed, so completely overrun the Hungarian defense here. And we're heading for that hilltop fort. This is also a very good place to defend from, because we don't have enough room to put archers or something like that. If you put archers and you want to put infantry as well, the infantry will be in the way. So you cannot have a very combined sort of army when you attack that hilltop area. And we brought our general in, we've taken the gateway, our men are rushing in.
He flees the field of battle and abandons his men to their fate.
Yeah, the Hungarians had some more men on the other side guarding another gate for some reason, and we were not attacking this side. And now they're trying to go up to that hilltop, but there's only one way up, and we intercepted them with our general's bodyguard. And they have such low morale that they immediately routed. And so we're taking them prisoner. Our general is going this way, and some archers are taking these guys prisoners. We are chasing after another unit that has been routed with our general's bodyguard. Here is our general's bodyguard.
Our men have captured the enemy general. Guard him well, so he can see us defeat the rest of his army.
And that routed unit was the enemy general's bodyguard. At least he had an enemy captain with it. And he has been taken prisoner, Captain Kupani. And our army is rushing to the hilltop here. And here's our general with his bodyguard. The enemy has no cavalry. And he has attacked some of the units, but they retreated back to the town plaza. And so our general retreated. So here's our general. The enemies have started sending units out of the town plaza. We have numerical superiority. So what we're doing there is we're going to hold that place and wait for our other units to gather, so that we can use our numerical superiority to our advantage. We've done just that. We've put our spearmen to the sides, and then we put an archer unit, or crossbow unit rather, in the middle, and the crossbow unit started firing at the enemy units in the town plaza, and so they dashed out of the town plaza and attacked here our militia, these axemen here on the left. And crossbowmen who are at the distance, you may see the bolts flying through the air, hitting any units they can from the distance. So you can deploy archers and crossbowmen. It's not a bad layout for an attacker necessarily. I mean, it's not any worse than attacking a town plaza through a narrow street. The only advantage in the usual settlements is that you can attack actually from the side streets or from the rear, so you can approach the plaza from in different directions, whereas here there's only one possibility.
Only half the enemy force remains. The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Okay, we have to remain steadfast then. On the left are our Axe militia, on the right are the Hungarian militia spearmen. Can you imagine if this is Zagreb, which I guess it's one of the biggest Hungarian settlements? Can you imagine what the other ones are like? So, the enemy still has these spearmen here in the town plaza. They have two units, they look in different ways. It's very strange. There's a very weak, light, unarmored levy unit, and there's a heavier unit with chainmail. And the unit with the chainmail now has dashed out. And there is already another unit with chainmail fighting on the right, so these ones attack our men here on the left. This is a very long drawn battle with fighting constantly at choke points. There's no way around, we just have to fight on choke points and just keep as much as possible our men to the side, so they have some kind of advantage, almost like a flanking advantage as much as we can, but there's not a huge room to flank. It looks like our crossbowmen are still firing, so they still have ammunition, and the fighting goes on. It's a very nice scene here, and it's very evocative, nice buildings, a lot of them looking very primitive, I would say. Except for that building on the right. They almost look like some sort of, like Neolithic or something, something like that. And our men keep fighting. Here we have this better unit. These are also these are kind of Vlastil Kiki or something. Vlastil Chichi.
Victory will be ours.
They're from Rushichi Total War. They were mounted in Rushichi Total War, and I think they were archers. Of course, they also had swords. Here they are swordsmen dismounted. It looks like the Kingdom of Serbia has a lot of Rushichi units, because that saves a lot of time from having to make new units.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
On the other hand, I'm not sure if all the Rushichi units look appropriate for the Kingdom of Serbia. Those Vlastil Kiki unit, those swordsmen, they all looked okay. here is our general's bodyguard. And so we have one unit now gone into the town plaza, and the Hungarians seem to have just this one unit fighting here. And our men have now entered the town plaza. Here's that resisting enemy unit. They have been attacked on both sides. Hungarians still have some of those armored spearmen. Personally, I'd be okay with calling these units armored spearmen, noble swordsmen, noble cavalry. I mean, nobody remembers or knows how to pronounce those ethnic names. I know it's nice to have the ethnic names, but some of the factions, like the Georgians, they have such unusual combinations of consonants that don't exist in any other language. Their language looks unpronounceable to everyone else. I'm sorry to say, that's how it is. I have serious trouble pronouncing half the ethnic names for the Georgian units. And so the fighting goes on. The Hungarians are a tough lot. They keep fighting. I guess once they are in the town plaza here, they have such high morale, they're going to fight to the death, whereas down below they had such low morale, they were instantly routed. Here's their last chance to defend their homes and families. Well, it's not real. Just role-playing a little bit. We have our captain here, and one of our captains, one of our companies, he looks very cool. He has some kind of lamellar armor. And he's injured.
My lord, our men are in command of the city.
Oh, he has been slain. Our captain has been slain. So these this unit here, this heavy unit on the right, has to fight without their captain. It's also very confusing who is Hungarian and who is Serbian. They look very similar, very similar.
All civilized peoples will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
That was a wonderful scene with the guys kneeling and celebrating. So, a victory. We lost 166 men. Oh, that's not so bad. They were mostly cheap militia. And some of them even gained some experience. So, Zupan Dessa has been victorious. Here again, the stats, the last Kiki Voynich gained some experience, as well as our crossbowmen, and one of the Axe militia units gained experience. All good for Zupan Dessa. Captain Kupani defended Zagreb very valiantly to the last.
God has delivered us unto victory! A noble way to claim these lands. Victory!
We have been delivered unto victory. We will occupy the settlement. We'll make a little bit of money. And a very honorable reputation. And so that's the other army that's outside Bosna. And here's the situation in Nis with that Hungarian princess. And that was the end of this episode. Episode 8 of the campaign. Thank you for watching.